Welcome to Smart Remarks, where I got an idea. How about the job creators pay a little more in taxes so you can pay less? So here in Lancaster County, we've got a big new employer moving in. Urban Outfitters is going to build a $105 million e-commerce fulfillment center in Gap, Pennsylvania. It's supposed to generate at least 500 jobs, and that's great. Lancaster County can use the jobs, and I bet your community can too. But what was interesting to me was the reason that Urban Outfitters is coming here. Is it because Lancaster County's workforce has such a great work ethic? Is it because of our proximity to the region's transportation hubs, major roads and the Port of Wilmington? These things may have something to do with it, but the real reason that Urban Outfitters is coming here and expanding its Philadelphia Navy Yard headquarters is because they're getting tax breaks. According to a story in our own newspaper here in Lancaster, municipal, school, county, and state officials have agreed to make both the Gap site and the Philadelphia site Keystone Opportunity Zones. Quote, a business operating in a KOZ receives 10 years without property taxes and other levies. That was the main kicker, said Urban Outfitters CEO, and that makes sense. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with this. Urban Outfitters is simply being smart. Pennsylvania and local government officials are simply doing what they can to secure jobs for their constituents. And this is obviously nothing unique here to Pennsylvania. Tax breaks are dangled in front of the quote-unquote job creators throughout the country, but it remains a worrying trend because it's all part of the ongoing process of shifting the tax burden from the organizations with the deepest pockets to you, the little guy. Big projects like this may, of course, strain the existing infrastructure. Who's going to foot the bill for that? Well, basically, you are. Now, you got to see this in the broader context. The argument for this might be that, in that it's going to generate all these jobs, there's going to be more individual taxpayers to foot the bill for this, so maybe your bill won't go up or won't go up that much. But by the same token, here you have an outfit, Urban Outfitters, that's probably going to create jobs anyway. Now they're able to do it and lower their tax bill with one stroke. And that's great for shareholders, that's great for the organization itself, but if you as an individual taxpayer wind up paying proportionately more for services in your community and you don't work for Urban Outfitters, how great is it really for you? But this is part of the deal, the modern day compact in America. The job creators are in the process of becoming bulletproof, untouchable. They're almost becoming gods. So desperate are we for jobs that job creators sit in the catbird seat. They know it. They're getting tax breaks, and given the situation, I can think this is only going to escalate down the line, which is to say that maybe your state doesn't have a Keystone Opportunity Zone or something similar to it. Well, if all the jobs come here, you better get one and quick. But if everyone has such tax breaks like this and the playing field's level, what happens then? Well, maybe you start getting more tax breaks to lure the job creators. Maybe instead of allowing them to skirt taxes for 10 years, you give up taxes for 20 years. Maybe you give up taxes in perpetuity. So desperate are we for the jobs, we'll forego that revenue. We'll make the people who have the jobs, the people who get the jobs, and the people who don't work for the organization foot the bill instead. This, again, is something that's happening not just all over the country, but all over Lancaster County. It's happening elsewhere here as well. We may well be on our way to an economy where the only way to generate jobs is to provide tax breaks for the job creators. As the Urban Outfitters CEO said, that's the kicker. But sometimes you just got to wonder, who's getting kicked?